Welcome to LiveWire Sports Media. All right. So this video was pretty evident for today. And I'm going to be very precise and very clear of my words. Christy Sides needs to be fired. I think we have seen the countless of not taking responsibility, not able to identify her players' strong and weak points. This coach continuously to throw her players under the bus. I gave my analysis of the game last night. You can check out the video from that. I did. She literally sat her starters, all starters except for Aaliyah Boston, who had a bad game in the first half. Well, allow Aaliyah Boston to play in the second half with the bench players, saying that her team did lack effort. They didn't play defense. So with 3 minutes within the third quarter, she decided to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to sit y'all down and teach y'all a lesson. That's bad, because the fact of the matter is your coach doesn't know what she's doing. She sits here constantly blaming players, throwing players on the bus. 2 days ago, she threw Caitlin on the bus, revealed what Caitlin's text her, instead of kept herself to the media. She doesn't protect her players. She doesn't take accountability. She doesn't understand the fundamentals of basketball. I understand why she's been an assistant for all of this long time, because she has no idea of being what a head coach is like. Now, I want to revisit this video with her in a press conference yesterday, so we could get a very cut clear of how baffling this is with Christy Sides.
Christy, what did you think was the biggest problem on the defensive end?
I'm going to start with you can't at this level coach effort. I felt like we were just trying to ask them to keep playing hard, play hard. You can't start there. You can't play at this league if that's what if you have to coach effort. It's just too hard.
Okay. What was the reasoning behind benching the starters midway through the third quarter?
We were down 28, and I wanted to put a group in there that would get out and play some defense. I'm really proud of that group that went out there and cut the lead. They played hard. We've got Atlanta coming up. We've got Chicago coming up.
All right. You hear that? She said that she wanted to put a group out there that would give effort. A few weeks back, you set Alyssa Smith down because she played horrible in defense, and you kind of like told her that she probably was going to get cut if Timmy Fan Begley didn't get injured, which Timmy will probably most likely be back sometime this week. She gets to reevaluate it, so most likely the Smith will go back to the bench. This coach is so incompetent till it sickens me. Why would you not coach up your team? You'd rather get mad at your team when you had all these days off for preparation. You show some kind of effort. Rich, you almost lost the lead. Thankful for Caitlin Clark having a 30-point game to win that game, because you kind of like took her out the game when she was hot and then rushed her back in to save the game. It's like Christy Sides is doing this on purpose. It's like either the general manager is telling her that, hey, try to throw the games, try to regulate Caitlin Clark, not let her go off. If she gets hot, pull out the game, allow the teams to come back. It seems that way. Like they are literally trying to get a third number one pick. It's baffling, because it don't matter if she did get a third number one pick. This coach can't coach shit. She can't coach. And it doesn't make sense. I'm reading a note off of Twitter today saying that Christy Sides should be fired today. She really started Christy Wallace, who is 5'11", who is horrible defender, and put her on Bonner, that's 6'4", who's proceeded to drop 15 points in the first half. Such incompetence. Coaching who only played favorites. This is coaching malpractice. I agree. And I went back and looked at their roster in preseason, and there was 2 players on this team. 2 players on this team that should have stayed on this team. And one was Maya Caldwell. Maya Caldwell should have been on this team. She's the same height as Chris Wallace, but a better dribbler, a better passer, a better shooter. Don't know why she didn't get a play. Also, Liani Corona, if I'm pronouncing her name right, she was another one out of Florida. She's the same height as Caitlin, 6 foot. Hell of a shooter. Hell of a passer. Very high in defense. Christy Sides didn't keep them. That added young talent also. You know, you could have got rid of Wallace, because I think you brought Wallace with you from Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. Or Katie Lou, one of them. It don't really matter at this point. You could have got rid of Wallace. You could have got rid of Wheeler. But you end up giving Wheeler a extension where she's not even worth it. Yeah, she's 33, and she's not good. You could have insert a young backcourt with Caitlin in there. Either one of them girls I call, or Celeste Taylor could start in that spot. That would have gave the offense a little bit more rhythm. Hell, I wouldn't even been mindful if you got rid of Kelsey Mitchell. Get rid of the 3 that does not play defense. One play particularly I've seen towards halftime. Caitlin got the ball. She was dribbling. She got stripped by Carrington. Carrington ran down the court. Before that, doing that play, when Carrington ripped Caitlin, Kelsey Mitchell stood right there. She didn't make no effort to try to get the ball, to stop her from getting the ball on a fast break. Then when she took off, Kelsey Mitchell's kept running. Matter of fact, her and Boston was in the area. None of them made an effort. Kelsey Mitchell ran down the floor, got in Carrington's way, and proceeded to fucking stumble backwards. She literally stumbled backwards on the floor. And Carrington scored an easy point. I think they waved it off or gave it to her. It don't really matter at that point. This is what I'm talking about with Christy Sides. Apparently, Caitlin is already having a difficult year. She's making the best of it. But guess what? Her coach is not helping her at all. Her coach ain't helping her. The game the game against the Mystics, she was able to get off screens and have a better flow of the game. Then all of a sudden you come back and you play Connecticut and you forget how to play, you forget how to coach. Just tell them, say, hey, do the same things we can. I'm gonna see what I could do defensively. You knew you had a matchup problem. Caitlin is too small she's not strong enough to play Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas played bully ball. She does her best to intimidate. Now, Bonner, she's all right. She don't play physical, you know what I'm saying? She just smooth with her game. You needed somebody that played defense. When Celeste Taylor came in the game and blocked her shot, that's what you need. Why you don't play people that is going to give that defensive effort when you know certain players on your team now. Alyssa Thomas, she don't play no defense. She only had 2 points last night. Kelsey Mitchell, she don't play defense, or she don't even like to pass the ball. All she wants to do is look for her shot all the time. And if Aaliyah Boston ain't getting the ball, she's going to give half-ass effort. At this point of junction in this game, in this season, and hopefully by the time the All-Star break and the Olympics come around, they have this month off and they're able to come back. I hope for Caitlin's sake, I hope her game has changed. But you can't leave that up to the coach, because regardless if Caitlin get to work on some things and do things, her coach is not going to allow her to play it in the game. It's not going to happen. Coach Sides looks like she continues to try to make Caitlin be what she wants Caitlin to be, instead of say, you know what, Caitlin, let me build this team around you. Okay, guys, I'm going to ruffle some feathers, but I want to see what we have. All right, Kelsey Mitchell, I want you to come off the bench with the second unit. Allow her to do that, because she doesn't mesh with her. Put Lexi Hole in that kind of meshes with her. Use Celeste Taylor as a starting point guard, starting two guard. Allow her and Caitlin to run screens off the ball, play defensively. See, Lexi and Celeste will help out, and I believe Lexi will be able to shoot better. You know what I'm saying? Because she stays open, she moves, she gives a different dimension. You need ball movement with this offense. You don't need a half court set. And Lexi and Celeste will run the floor. And honestly, if Tim and Fan Bentley come in, I would change the whole lineup. But guess what? Christy Sides ain't gonna do that, because she wants to stay loyal to the people that's messing up the team. I think she got them players in that game to play with Caitlin to mess up this team. Like I said, if Caitlin get hot, take her out and cool her down. I don't know what the general manager doing, but I'm sure the owner of the Fever sitting back say, you know what, I can't wait till this season over, because I will fire the general manager. I will fire Christy Sides. I will get a call to the owner. Probably already done talk to Lisa Brewer and say, hey, get your staff together. We need you to coach your player. Celeste Taylor could be what Kate Martin was for CC at Iowa. It's beneficial that Kate Martin went to the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Because she's where she's surrounded around people. She don't have to do as much. She has to prove herself. We don't have nobody. We have talent on this team, but your coach is so incompetent that she doesn't allow you to be that way. I'm gonna let y'all look at some of this Twitter of people that's roasting Christy Sides. There was a bunch of bad calls, no calls fouled in the game, with the players looking at Sides for help. She does nothing after saying she will get into a tech to defend her players. That's how you lose trust and faith in your players. These players already been checked out on Christy Sides. They've been checked out on her, coach. Because when players know you can't coach, that's what it is. You can't coach. On Christy Sides' comment, when a basketball coach says you can't coach effort, 99.9% of the time they lost the locker room. That's what that means. One of these players are yours from Atlanta. Yeah, you keep giving minutes to that person. The other three are players you coach. Exactly. And I'm like I said, I think it's Christy Wallace or Erica Wheeler. One of them that she giving minutes. She giving minutes to Erica Wheeler when she don't. Her and Christy Wallace do not need minutes. They need to have 6 minutes in the game. They don't play defense. They don't take down shots. Yeah, Christy Wallace have the last 2 games have knocked down her shots, but she don't play defense. She's too short. You need somebody that's athletic to stay with them. They don't have, like I said, Lexi Hole, I think she could play better. She plays better with Caitlin. And I think Celeste Taylor is better. Grace Berger is out with an ankle injury now. So that probably is going to free up time for Celeste Taylor to play now. And I want to see what she does with Caitlin. I really want to see her play with Caitlin in this Atlanta game. I want to see what the chemistry they could come up together. I don't want to see Christy Wallace. I don't want to see Erica Wheeler. I don't want to see them at all. Christy Sides is one of the worst coach I ever watched. She has no game plan, runs the same two offensive set, doesn't know how to play her player strength. Exactly. If I'm the front office, she'll be going tomorrow. Yeah, that's all I hope. But I don't see that happening. Maybe after the All-Star break, or maybe during the All-Star break. But at this point, they probably gonna let her ride out the season and let her go. But like I said, I will fire the general manager. Bring a new general manager in. If I could find a trade partner for Aaliyah Boston, I would do that ASAP. Aaliyah Boston does not fit what Caitlin Clark game is. Caitlin Clark need people to run, be around the perimeter, hustle, be strong in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Be a little bit physical, draw fouls, be tough. Aaliyah Boston ain't tough. She's a sweetheart, but she's not tough. She doesn't have effort. Alyssa Thomas, if she ain't getting the ball, she ain't gonna play well. And Alyssa Smith know that Christy Sides don't have nobody to go to because she's the only one. They not gonna put Katie Lou in there to start. Katie Lou too slow. They'll really get blown out. So she don't have nobody but to rely on. And then Dantas, she out with an injury. See, Alyssa Thomas probably would have got cut if Dantas didn't even get injured. That's a big body person. I've seen tape on her. She's physical and she could she could play, she could shoot the three. I'm gonna run through a couple of these real quick. You start Christy Wallace and Kelsey Mitchell against a 6'4" player complaining about effort, has to wait to be down 15 or more to finally sub in Lexi Hall. Grace Berger had an injury to her ankle. Celeste, and then for Celeste Taylor to get minutes. You're doing the I can't coach effort bit again. Exactly. Because me personally, if you knew, for instance, you play in the Connecticut Sun, why not use Lexi Hole? She's a little bit taller. She could stay with Barnum. Barnum probably wouldn't have got them 15 points. Then the center for them was abusing Smith and doggone Aaliyah Boston in the game. And see, that's why she put Boston back in, because the game was already handled. They didn't have their big body under the basket. That's why she got no dang on rebounds like that. I guarantee if that big girl was in the game, Aaliyah Boston wouldn't have got them 12 points on them touches like that. She doesn't know how to play physical. And it's safe to say, when Camila Cardozo get her legs and her body right, Aaliyah Boston ain't gonna be able to deal with her under there. She doesn't know how to play physical. She wants to get the ball down low, but then she misses shots. I watched Erica Wheeler dribble up the court to the basket and threw the ball right off the basket. No fundamental how to make a layup. Same thing with Kelsey Mitchell. Same thing. This person said we need to bring this one back. Fire Sides. Yes, I agree. That's gonna be my new hashtag. Fire Sides. I understand they haven't had much time to practice, but I'm going to go ahead and call at the Fever one of the worst coached professional basketball teams of all time. There is zero logic behind anything Christy Sides does. She needs to go immediately. I had one thought on Coach Sides' comment in this video. She is absolutely atrocious when it comes to dealing with the media, constantly sticking her foot in her mouth or throwing her players under the bus. Rarely does she takes any blame for her team outrinsed play or regression from last season. I think Sides deflects blame because she is terrible at her job. I agree on that. Christy Sides needs to be fired. Again, she's an incompetent coach. I have seen it in all of my sports teams, from the Washington Commanders last year with Ron Rivera, with my Chicago Bulls with Billy Donovan, now with this Fever team with Christy Sides. She is trash. And I hope they make a change soon, because this coach could single-handedly ruin Caitlin Clark's career. Caitlin Clark has already got the weight of the world on her shoulders. Then she got to deal with people in these catty women in WNBA that don't like her because of her popularity and her fans. And then her coach doesn't stick up for her. Her teammates don't even stick up for her. Alyssa, when she got chucked down a couple of weeks ago in the Sky game, you seen Aaliyah Boston just walked over there smiling, said a rush over to the girl aide. You know what I'm saying? Don't even stick up for her. Then you ask Christy Sides, she said, oh, they stuck up for her. Remember the game we played against Seattle? They only ran over there to get Caitlin Clark because her and the girl was in the face. They didn't stick up for her. They didn't get in the girl's face. They grabbed Caitlin. Caitlin can't be getting it like some of these guys, these people be saying. Caitlin can't afford to be getting in scuffle with these players to mess up her money. And that's what I think half of the issue is with some. They know she makes more than them outside of basketball, and they want, that's petty and cattiness. And her and Christy Sides ain't helping her. Comments that Lisa Blue had to say, and stay tuned for that, because you're gonna want to hear that. But again, this is LiveWire Sports Media. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel anytime I bring a hardcore video. And with that being said, let the